of the 12 initial contestants that made it into the Fuata Flava kitchen, 5 remain. Which one of them has the skill and know-how to cook their way to 1 million Kenya shillings? Last week saw the contestants faced with some tricky ingredients. They fought their way through, but unfortunately, Janet had to leave. What lies ahead this week? What challenges will they face? And ultimately, who will sink?
Hi, my name is Kobe Kihara. I love everything about food. This is why this is going to be such an exciting journey for me.
I am Chef Benjamin Nyaga. I've worked in some of the greatest fine dining restaurants in Nairobi. Join us while we take you through this journey of culinary mastery.
The contestants have certainly stepped up their game and are eager to please and will do whatever it takes to win. Who will crack under pressure? It's a win or go home battle.
As we progress to the 1 million shilling mark, I am planning to make the challenges a lot tougher. Who's going to make it and who's going to crack under pressure? Let's find out.
Amina, step into the Fuata Flava kitchen.
Hello guys. Yeah, hana maringo, sumbui watu, wala sigumbanagi na watu, and she's my mama. She can be cooking even on our wedding. I used to admire her. That's how I picked up.
It's like chapati. I want to put bacon inside, the cheese down.
Somehow I can decide to change, but it's probably I'll stick to one thing.
I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Gorgonzola ni overpowering. It's a bit strong.
Ile palenta, hata si wa Somali tunakulaga badala kula ugali ngumu, tunakulaga ugali nyepesi. Ile nimetia maziwa, nimetia sukari kidogo, katia black pepper kidogo.
Haikuiva ama nini imekuwa?
Sikujua, nilisema labda haikuiva, but wakati alipoona akasema it's moist. He's never seen something like that.
Imeiva. Next, we have Angie.
I'm 25 years old, the last born in our family. My style of cooking, I'll say it's urban, but I give it a little twist. What makes me happy is when I can use different type of spices and herbs and just trying different things. Because I really try not to overcook the meat.
It's a nice browning you have there.
Yeah.
Very nice.
This one, it's just a 50-50 chance.
Big comeback. You pack a good punch there. Good job.
I don't know, I think it's tricky to do a whole rabbit. You just have to make it rich. I decided to cook the polenta with olive oil, parmesan, salt and pepper.
It almost seems like you've come back with a vengeance.
Next up, Ron.
I'm from Mikindani, Mombasa. At one point in my life, I wanted to be a model, only for me to realize that food also is a form of art. There was something called culinary arts. I was very relaxed because maybe I was okay with what I had, the idea I had in my head.
What do you have there? Do you put those in the oven?
No, I just used the microwave.
All right. Is there a reason why you use the microwave?
I didn't want my bacon to char.
But now in the process, you scrambled your egg.
Have you had experience with rabbit?
I had a pet rat, Bunny Fufu. I so hate this challenge.
Oh.
I will make his death an honorable one. He will be moist, a little bit spicy.
Tendai, please step up.
If you're making something people are gonna have to eat, it has to be to its best. So I do it in a way that it's like no other. It's not every day you get to cook in front of a country.
It's a very good piece. I think it's fairly soft when you cook it. It's like butter when you cook it very well. So there are lots of things you could do with it. You know, I've used almost all the tricks in my book this past 2 months. I left it to rest for some time.
I'm surprised that it actually still has that color. You could have just left it as it was.
You think you can do much more with polenta than you can with normal ugali.
Tendai, you're a madman.
All right.
That's actually good.
Can you believe I managed to get Chef Ben to smile? Huh?
And finally, we have Javet.
Official coach for the IAAF, the International Federation for Athletics. I'm Mauritian. I grew up in a family where people like cooking, people like eating, and we're quite festive. Because I'm going to blend it, I'm not cooking it.
All right, okay.
Filet américain, It's raw meat.
Let's see what you have. So your idea was to go without cooking the beef. I am not a fan of raw beef, but that is amazing.
I know that this rabbit is something that has to be tendered before.
That rabbit is actually moist. This is a very good texture. I hope it's enough to take it to the next stage.
Contestants, you must know by now that it will only get harder from here. I can't even imagine what's in those baskets. As you know, you have an array of ingredients to use to make your dish even better. Here we go. It's time for you to open your kikapus, guys.
Today's ingredients are, as usual, Royco, unshelled lobster, pineapple, and couscous.
That's a big challenge. I've never even seen a lobster.
I said, wow. Not wow of being happy. I got scared. This thing is literally alive, going to jump on me. Eh?
In my mind, I was like, holy bleep. Whoa. Okay. Is this what they meant by it's only going to get harder from here?
I asked for a difficult ingredient last week, and I think it was hard. It was hard, and you guys decided to go all out and bring that.
Hi, contestants. Are you feeling the pressure?
Yes.
Now, contestants, in order to keep it safe, lobster has an intestine in the center which needs to be pulled out. Understood?
Yes.
Yes.
Your time starts now.
If it's to be heated, I'll heat it down, take that rolling pin to heat it, so long the meat jumps out of it, because I don't know what is it.
First, how to open it, to clean it, to break the shell. Secondly, the cleaning, just like prawns. Cooking, we must be very careful, because a little bit of heat and it's overdone.
Today's Royco natural ingredient quick cooking tip.
Chilies and red peppers help extend the taste of other herbs and spices with their tongue-tingling flavors. They are also packed with health benefits. That is why they're among the 16 natural ingredients in Royco Mchuzi Mix. One way I like to use Royco is in my frittatas. In a jug with 4 eggs, add Royco Mchuzi Mix. Mix well. In a greased baking tray, add chopped vegetables of your choice. Pour in your egg mixture. Give it a light stir. Top up with cheese, fresh herbs before placing into the oven. At a temperature of about 160, bake in the oven until done. So there you have it. Quick, easy, and very tasty. Your time starts now.
The cook-off begins with the contestants jumping onto the lobster, which has proven to be the challenging ingredient in today's basket.
I don't. I'm out. I went with a knife. I'm trying the shell like this. I don't know if it's the tail head, the meat, or the head. Try. Then I had to play around with it. I can't even remove this thing. Chief Ben, I'm out. I don't know how to remove this thing. I told him I'm giving up. I don't know. I'm leaving. He said, no, don't give up. If it's hard for you, it spikes you, take a cloth.
Try and use the cloth if you find that. Just try to be safe.
So I took the cloth, then I tried this. No! More. Then he said, push. It was like a labor. I went, pull. Here I come. Here. No. More. Amina. More. And then it came the baby. Whoa.
There you go.
I had fish. Sour. And I did it.
Who will win? The lobster or the contestants?
You work with it as if you've worked with lobster before.
No, I've never done lobster.
The first time?
Yes, the first time.
Okay.
I was just like inferring from knowledge of other crustaceans that I've used. Like literally my guideline was shrimp.
Oh, it's come out easy for first time. See that? Lift that. Just lift that shell. See that string there? Lift it all the way up.
This one.
That's the intestine.
Okay.
So at least it's safe now.
Thank you.
Okay? Yeah. Okay. Just pull it out slowly. Pull it slowly.
Played around with it, then I saw a white thing there. When it's hard. If it's called challenging, what I can say, I've learned something. I'll never regret this moment.
See this here?
Now it's over.
That's the intestine.
Okay, it's over.
So it's now out.
It's over.
Okay.
The madness is over.
Contestants, I hope you can understand the magnitude of what you're doing today. You are the last 5, so the challenge has become harder.
Tendai is having his fair share of trouble with the lobster, but seems to be getting the better of it.
That's actually where the stomach is.
This one, yeah?
Yeah. So all that is
Cleaned.
should be cleaned. That's all guts and poop.
I have not touched that thing. I have finished cooking it, but I have not actually held it for more than 2 seconds. I was using the tongs most of the time, turned around, cutting it. But the moment I cut it and I saw the flesh, I immediately got a sigh of relief because it looked like a thing that is edible. I mean, it looked like in the family, of prawns and shrimp.
So make sure you move that out also. Right?
Over at Angie's station, she too seems to be handling the lobster challenge quite well.
Success. Managed.
Yes, I did. I didn't know actually what to do with the lobster. To either unshell it. So when chef told us there's a tiny intestine, so I had to figure it out first, way before I start cooking.
Good job.
So I decided, let me just twist it, then remove the head, then remove the intestine.
So we now have 30 minutes left, contestants. 30 minutes left. Still plenty of time to be able to finish this dish. No pressure.
Now the contestants have gotten to the meat of the lobster and are underway with their cooking. In which direction will they go with their dishes?
I'm good.
You made couscous before?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you have, huh?
Yes.
So this is a no-brainer for you.
Maybe just grill it with butter, parsley, and some garlic. Yeah, and for the couscous I've cooked before, so I think it will balance. For the couscous, I'll just do a couscous salad.
You know couscous can go either very wrong or very right.
Yeah.
Okay, good luck, huh?
For the pineapple, I think I'll do a tartar sauce with the pineapples.
How are you doing?
I hope I'm good so far.
You like your ingredients? Have you done this before?
None. Literally, except for the pineapple. I think there's something I've had here.
Lobster is tricky, right?
Very tricky.
Okay.
Normally when I see the ingredients, I have a plan for at least 2 of the items there. So if we exclude the Royco, which is fine, we have couscous. I don't know. I think it's like rice. So I'm not really worried on the couscous. Lobster. I haven't even watched a thing of it being cooked before. So, I mean, I don't even know where to start.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, madame.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Good. Are you excited about the lobster?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is a big challenge, isn't it?
To be one of my favorite ways of doing it today. I'm thinking of the red sauce or just butter and garlic. So I'll just try to work that through a bit, create and make something beautiful.
Jean, you are blending a lot today. Okay, that's interesting. Are you good? Are you feeling confident?
Not really. I've eaten it. I didn't see how it was prepared, but it was just, served on the table. It was sort of, I thought it was grilled or something. Grilling. Things are not coming up roses.
Okay.
And I've never used couscous. What the hell is couscous? Is it like corn? Ugh, couscous. What a stupid name.
Amajiko, sasa, tuko poa.
If it came out, Alhamdulillah, I can say.
Ushaipika lobster?
Sijawahi.
Uh-huh.
Hata kumuona sijawahi kumuona. I can try. I've never done. I don't know. Even right now I'm saying I don't know. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and make something out of it.
Are you confident, Mommy?
I am.
Okay.
Up to this much?
Yeah?
Alhamdulillah, I am. Sawa. I am.
So now, contestants, you have 25 minutes to go. 25 minutes to go.
The pace is picking up and the contestants have figured out where they want to go with their dishes. But the pressure is still getting the better of them.
Javed, yes, you seem pretty relaxed. You've done this before?
Yeah.
Oh, you made lobster before?
Yeah.
Okay, so what have you done? You just seasoned it? Or?
This is the kind of ingredient, but does not require lots of spices. So I cooked my lobster in garlic and butter. No spices. I want to leave it plain because, you know, it's a delicate meat.
Okay. Yeah. How long do you usually cook your lobster?
One like this, maybe 2 minutes. I've prepared some vegetables, a little bit sweet to go with the meat, and then a little bit of sauce, orange sauce and honey. Because we like to add some additional sweetness to the mouth.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Sure. All right, carry on. All the best to you.
Thank you.
Garlic. Is this pepper?
Yes.
Okay. What have you done to it? You just put it in the oven, or?
Yes, I just put it in the oven for a few.
Okay.
For 5 minutes.
I did like somebody would have done like rice pancakes or something. But because my stove was so busy, I opted to bake them. Yeah, so I baked them for about 10 minutes, yeah, in medium heat, and they just stayed there for a while.
Oh, Mama.
Yes.
Making some kind of like a dumpling.
Yeah.
The coat of the couscous. Eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
The lobster, I think I had to marinate it on garlic and black pepper. From there, I had to take, because they had given us couscous, I had to take an egg. I put that couscous, the lobster already marinated with the Royco flavor also inside. I had to dip on the egg. Then I went to couscous. Already my pan was hot with oil. I put it there.
So you plan on grilling it?
Actually, yes, I'm not grill it, but if I'm not certain. There are scissors here. I cannot see the scissors.
So the lobster is going in here?
Yes, it's going in there.
So you have oil and butter?
Oil and butter.
Okay.
So I cut in half, cut off the head and kept cutting off feet every time I saw them. And made a garlic, butter type of spices base. And that's,
Very creative ideas I'm seeing. Make sure it comes together.
The pressure is getting the better of them, and Sean injures his finger.
When I cut myself, I knew I cut myself. But I thought it was just a slight scrape. So when I saw blood is when I was like, oh, actually I'm cut, but I'm still not feeling the pain. Maybe it's just the anxiety and the adrenaline at that time. I didn't even feel like I needed to take a break out of it because, I was in the zone. And I said like, oh no, this won't weigh me down. I'm shaking this out. Let Chef Ben work with this other hand. This other hand still can work. So I was busy cooking and I'm having birthday at the same time. I felt like a soccer mom or something.
You get into an accident over here?
Yeah.
I heard medics getting called. What happened? You cut yourself?
Yeah, I cut myself.
You okay though, yeah?
I'm okay.
Okay, cool.
You now have 5 minutes left, contestants. 5 minutes left. At this point, contestants, your presentations must be immaculate. We need to see some really good presentations. Despite just taste, you're being judged on your presentation.
Then I took those capsicum, I don't know, we call it pilipili hoho. Cut the two green and the red. Just there, from there, I decorated my plate.
The African map, yes, it's something that came up I noticed afterwards. It wasn't even on my mind. I just plated, then did the couscous, then did the lobster.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop, guys. Stop.
I think the most difficult part now is to remain focused, is to, have the head on the shoulder, because it's tiring.
What would Chef Ben have made using this week's secret ingredient?
My recreation for the lobster challenge is poached lobster with a pineapple and sweet pepper compote and lemon-scented coriander couscous. So I'm going to start by prepping my lobster. I'll take out the shell, cut it from the back because it's softer, pull it out. The intestine slowly just comes out. To be safe, I'm going to give it a quick rinse. I'm going to retain the tail, which I'm going to use as my garnish. I'll put into my water just to kill the germs and make sure that it's actually cooked. Get rid of that excess water. Then I'll season it with some salt and pepper. Beef Michuzi mix, just to add that extra flavor. So my garnish is ready. I'm just gonna set it aside. Some olive oil here, a good drizzle, some Tabasco sauce, dill. My water has reached poaching temperatures. Wrap this up in some aluminium foil and I'm going to poach it for about 7 to 10 minutes. What I want to do while I wait for that, to just spread out that tail, and that's how it's going to appear on the plate. Oil into the pan. I'll start with my onion. Next up, ginger. Put in my pineapple and my peppers. Cayenne pepper in my compote, and again, I'll use Royco. So I'm gonna put some vanilla essence, a little chopped parsley, and I switch off the heat. So I'm gonna take out my lobster now, so I'll just leave that to rest. So now I'm gonna make my couscous. 1 part of couscous to 1 part of boiling water. Throw in your couscous, cover, and wait 5 minutes. For the extra flavor that I'm gonna put in my couscous, I'm gonna have some chopped coriander, lemon juice, and blue band. Let's see what that lobster looks like. Look at that, lovely. I'm gonna look at my couscous. Some lemon juice, my chopped coriander goes in, black pepper, and salt. This is simply balsamic vinegar that has been reduced to a nice thick consistency. So there you have it. Poached lobster, pineapple and pepper compote, and lemon-scented couscous. Lovely. Angie,
Yes, chef.
I did see what you have.
For the lobster, I just grilled it, marinated it with salt and pepper and garlic with lots of lemon. For the pineapple, I decided to do tartar sauce for it.
Is it just pineapple in the tartar sauce?
No, pineapples with parsley, black pepper, gherkins, and lemon. Okay, I've done the couscous. I know you can eat it with anything, but I just decided to make it like a salad, then make it sweet. So I decided to do a vinaigrette for honey with the apples.
It looks like you're listening because that is packed with flavor. It actually, I can feel the lemon. Feel the lemon?
Absolutely.
And the apples actually go quite well with the couscous.
And I love the tartar sauce as well. I don't so much taste the pineapple in there though.
Kobe said she didn't taste the pineapples, but I tried to not to overpower it with the sweetness of this couscous and the honey and apples.
One criticism though, just cook it a little less.
Chef liked the lobster, but it was a little bit done.
Good
Thank
luck
you.
to you.
Thank you.
Here we have a lobster that is basically was grilled with a batter, literally batter that was with mixed a number of herbs, and couscous, which has been infused with pineapple juice.
Have you made this before?
I've made none of this before.
You know what, Tendai? It shows. Your lobster is raw.
My lobster was raw inside, like at the close to the skin. It is just cooked with a couple of layers where I pan fried it.
Turns white when it cooks, and there's still quite a bit of, if you feel that, still it's quite soft, yeah? Could have done with a little more time in the oven.
That was the only thing that was negative per se. So I don't know. I just have to say it goes.
I'd like to taste it though, so I'm gonna look for a small piece that's actually cooked.
Okay.
That's cooked. You see how that came out?
Yeah.
It's nice and white.
What's this here?
This is just a bit of chili type of sauce.
Okay.
But not very strong chili.
Well, That chili is actually
Quite
the
good.
sauce is quite good. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I did the sauce, which was not containing barbecue sauce or anything, and it came out fine. They liked it.
You know what? I actually came just before the time stopped, and I asked you, why didn't you make a lot more, even for tasting, which is what you advised last week. Just a little bit extra so that you can taste. And
For myself.
Yeah.
A small tip, by the way, when lobster cooks, the entire shell is supposed to turn red.
Right.
So with that, this is
All the green
this
and
is
yellow
evidence that the lobster is not cooked.
You never know. You might still be in. Let's see what the rest of that.
Sure thing, no problem.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, when I saw it, I was okay. I've tried it.
Okay.
Let's see what you have. Now, may I start by saying that your presentations are still improving? But let us know a little more about how you made it.
I decided to not put lots of spices in the lobster because it's a delicate meat. So what I did, I put all the little different sauces around it. This one is sauce.
Some sort of a chutney.
There's pineapple. There's some sesame oil.
I love this sauce. I think the combination of flavors is very, very delicious. I don't know how you managed to balance it all out, but it tastes great. I can taste the sesame in your sauce, and I can also taste the pineapple. It goes really well with your lobster and also the vegetables.
I was afraid that the lobster maybe could be undercooked, but on purpose when I stopped the fire for the lobster, I didn't remove it. I left it there.
You know, I was worried while you started to plate that your lobster would not be cooked. Since it came out of the pan and it was relatively still hot, it's actually managed to cook right through.
The chef liked the lobster. He liked the couscous. It's the way it should be done, with some advice to maybe make it a little bit spicy.
I actually like the couscous, but yes, I think you could have done with maybe something acidic, like maybe lemon juice or a dash of Tabasco.
Yeah.
You know, just something to lift it.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Today you panicked a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, show us what you had, and then you'll tell us the story.
Okay. Initially, I wanted to make sort of like a cracker with the couscous, but I changed my mind a little bit, and then I just went it for a little bit more puffy, softer version of it.
Okay.
Yeah, sort of like a pancake.
All right. What about the lobster?
The lobster, I grilled it, and then I made a sauce with Royco and pineapple. I blended everything together and boiled it again, and then I mixed in the lobster.
Is there something sweet in there?
Yes.
What's that?
Golden syrup.
Oh,
Yes.
My heart is not racing. My heart is not racing.
Joe, if you do get eliminated today, I will send you away with that microwave, because you could have easily spoiled that.
Did you use a microwave?
Yeah, because when I removed it from the grill, I saw some translucent parts. I wanted to put it in the pan. That was my first thought. But then again, I only have 4 minutes, and by the time I put it back, and then I give myself time to plate it, would be late. So because I already had it in the bowl, I just popped it in the microwave for a minute, just to make sure that everything was okay.
Well, you see, in that case, at that point, you could have probably just sauteed it a little bit with some butter. The microwave could have easily destroyed that dish. I'm surprised it actually tastes as it does.
Tastes good.
It does taste good.
Yeah.
Almost kind of gives me a feel of like you're going towards the direction of a curry.
Yeah.
Although the spices are not that pronounced, but I can feel the Royco in there. And I was wondering how it was going to work with the pineapples, the sweet and the Royco, but put together it actually tastes quite good.
You know what? Let's see if this takes you to the next round. Okay, let's try.
Chief Ben, yes, Kobe.
Hi, how are
I'm
you?
fine, thank you.
So, nisikiaje challenge?
At least now I got relieved. Nimesikia nimepumua after I pushed that lobster out of the shell. Is the thing. I made it out of you.
Wow.
It's
Lovely smell.
Beautiful.
So the lobster I marinated with kidogo Royco and black pepper and a little bit of orange. 1 egg, I beat it. Then I went around the nimechanganya kwa hiyo lobster, nikaweka kwa couscous, nikaweka kwa frying pan kama ni moto.
So you use the couscous like a crust?
Like a crust.
Lobster yako imenipendeza. Amina.
Alhamdulillah. Naweza kusema asante.
Mimi naweza kiti hapa ni kule yote, by the way. It's beautiful.
He said the food is nice, the sauce is nice, everything. If I had to, kama ningewacha ku give up, I could not make that dish.
Kitunguu saumu.
Kitunguu saumu and Royco and sugar inside kidogo.
What you just blended it and then you put it on
the remaining from the fry from the pan. I didn't want the pan to go to waste. That oil, just did it, you know.
Amazing, right? The blending of. Amina, I am so proud of you.
Yeah, thank you.
That's actually quite good.
Okay, sawa. Asante Amina.
Mkono iko lakini akili bado. I want to brush it.
Haya, sawa.
So I'll now ask you to please leave the Fuata Flava kitchen while we deliberate.
Chef Ben, you and your curveballs.
Well, yeah, it's a competition.
Right, let's start with Miss Angie. My goodness, the apple, the coolness of that dish was unbelievable. What did you think?
I'm going to repeat this. I feel really bad that I eliminated her.
I know.
She's actually shown that she has grown and she's still sticking to some really unorthodox, so to speak, styles. And that's exactly what we're looking for in the show.
In terms of flavor, he liked it. I improved from last time.
Then, of course, we have tendai. Let me just tell you, I thought that you would actually we would not be able to taste it.
I kept saying, make sure you finish, make sure you're creative, make sure your food is cooked.
Exactly. You know what? I was actually kind of amazed when I saw what he was doing. What do you think?
A really cool and simple way of making lobster is actually to make it in a lemon garlic butter sauce. And as soon as I saw that butter, I thought, oh, this is going to be really nice.
Me too.
But again, it all boils down to the fact that his lobster was not cooked.
So there was just half of it that was ready. But I hope they got to taste that half that was ready. Yeah.
And then we have Javé.
When he finished his challenge, I actually looked at his lobster and just by sight, it almost looked like it wasn't cooked. But as soon as I tasted it, it had just made it. I think he made the couscous the best. I like that cucumber and zucchini because that brought a really good coolness to it. And of course, the pineapple with the acidity, that actually was heaven.
Okay, if the brains come, we'll do the brains. Yeah. If the cleaver comes, we'll do it.
Jean, I've warned him about using that microwave. If he does make it through this and he uses the microwave one more time, he's going to be treading on thin ice.
Right, he did actually slip by though.
I almost felt like it had an element of like a curry, like that's the direction he was trying to go. And had he added a little more spice and maybe some heat in that, it would have actually come out quite well.
I'm going to keep away from the microwave like a plague, because if and when I try to do it again in this show, it's going to be my undoing.
Mama Jiko.
I really love her spirit. She is somebody who came in here as an underdog. And I almost believe a lot of people didn't look at her as competition. She's one person who used the couscous in a completely different and unique way. Even I probably wouldn't have thought of that. But it worked.
It absolutely worked.
Her lobster was actually the best out of the 5.
I agree with you completely.
Sita give up kwanza kwa leo, imeonyesha tu usi give up kwa haraka. Asante.
Contestants, please step into the Fuata Flava kitchen. You guys have really, really done us proud.
Thank you.
You're growing each and every single week, and it shows in your dishes. And we really, really love the growth that we're seeing. Unfortunately, at this stage of the game, to be very honest, it's the smallest thing that will get you eliminated.
Contestants, I do not see any of you in my eyes right now as losers. For you to have reached this far, it proves that you have the passion and the zeal. You really want this badly. But somebody must go home. I'd like to start with you, Jo. If I ask you to do something, it's because I believe you can do it differently and you can do it better. I do not want to see you doing anything that I have stopped you from doing in the other challenges.
Jean, from my perspective, I just would like to see you bring it all together. It really is a process. And I think for you, if you just became a little bit more organized and thought through the process, it wouldn't backfire like it did today.
Amina.
Yes, chef.
You know, I keep looking at you when you cook, and I think, wow, okay, there's really something here. I hope you've learned a few tips from what I told you today.
Yeah.
I really would like to commend you for not giving up. You almost did. If you do make it to the next level, remember, now it's getting tougher. You're all left because you are good.
Thank you.
So Angie, I keep saying, I don't know why I sent you away the first time, because I see a lot of potential in you, and it's showing. But please make sure that you're not overcooking your food.
Angie, for me, to be very honest, I am a little sneakily glad that we did let you go, because obviously you went and did your homework. I could still taste the apple in the lobster. It was very cool and beautiful, and I hope you wow us again next week if you do remain.
Tendai, you know, in the auditions for Nairobi, you almost missed it, and I'm happy you didn't, because you'd have never gotten this far. A lot of times I look at your method and I really wonder whether you know what you're doing. But today, I think the lobster worked against you, and it was not cooked. I keep reminding you all, make sure you finish on time and make sure your food is cooked.
And it seemed like you actually had it together, so you did even have a little bit of time, you know, to cook something extra, and it's lobster. Cook it all so we can enjoy it, right? Yeah. But you seem a little bit resistant, rebellious even, to his instructions. You know what? It's all just about trying to make you better.
So Jove, you keep surprising me. Clearly, you are listening to our instructions, because the progression since the time you started, you can actually see that there is improvement.
Thank you.
For me, Gervais, I feel like you've been doing well, and I'd like for you maybe to try to expand yourself a little bit more in your imagination if you do make it to the next round.
Amina.
Yes, chef.
Please step forward. In my mind, I honestly believe that your dish was the best. You've shown a great deal of improvement. You have shown growth, and you're showing that you're not ready to give up.
Thank you.
And because of that, you've made it through to the next level.
Thank you.
Welcome, Amina.
Nimefurahi kufika mahali kama hiyo because I almost gave up and at least my food tasted good.
Jove, please step forward. Jove, I really hope that you've heard what we've said, because the honest truth is, it is a competition and we want to see the best out of you. We felt like your dish also stood out, but remember, aim for the skies. Thank you.
We're taking the challenge seriously. Yes. So I'm glad I'm still in the race. Yeah.
Tendai, please step forward. The adventure in you is always still there. You've actually made things come together so many times when I actually thought, no, it's not going to work. Unfortunately, your lobster was not cooked, and that really made you lose a lot of points. Unfortunately, raw lobster is not a small thing. It's actually big, and you're out.
Tendai, for us, we're so glad that you joined this season, because you brought a different flavor. You are definitely one man who will not be forgotten very easily. But for me, I'd like to ask you just to listen a little bit more. You never know where it'll take you.
Surely.
But thank you so much for trying.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
All right.
Okay.
We all saw it coming. I think I mentioned last week that the smallest thing at this point can, mess you up. Only factor is it wasn't small. It was major, it was big. I mean, it was raw.
You know what? It is getting tougher. And of course, as we've seen throughout the weeks, everything changes week by week.
There's a lot to be said about your styles, and you guys have done quite well. It's not that it's been bad, but it's just that your other opponents are very, very competitive contenders.
Guys, my advice to you is for you to step it up. This is a competition. Don't forget that for a single second.
I'd like you both to remember, you both have a lot more in your future. You have actually shown it in how you're cooking and how far you have reached. Thankfully, you're both safe.
Yes. Jean, Angie, you've made it to the next round. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna leave the kitchen.
Just the little things can just take you home. Tiny.
I think After this show, I need some serious cardiologist to work on me, because the rate at which my heart has been pounding over these elimination sessions. Whoa.
Yeah, I did. I made it. So the little of the tiniest mistakes, now you don't have to do that. You really need to improve and be very, very sure about your cooking and your timing.
Yay to small blessings, or rather big ones for that matter, because we are now 4, and it's now a matter of the devil is in the detail.